A Thread of Magic, Part 1. You absolutely must come. Love, Z. Usually, when Hugo, a prominent Warsaw wizard, read something like this, he knew that he absolutely shouldn't go anywhere. But it was his delightful friend Zuzanna, a well-known fashion blogger, socialite, and a brilliant conversationalist, and she was irresistible. And yet, as tempting as it was to chat with Zuzanna and see beautiful women in beautiful clothes, at least that's what he hoped for, sometimes those fashion designers dressed the poor girls into things nobody with a serious aesthetic sense would ever wear. The new book in front of him demanded his immediate attention. It was an ancient book suspected of having a spell hidden somewhere inside it. Not in the text, but literally inside the book itself, and Hugo was supposed to analyze it. It was a fascinating artifact, a miraculous survivor of the war and the destruction of Warsaw in 1944, that found its way into an auction at Sotheby's. Its provenance spell had something suspicious about it, so the object was an exciting mystery to uncover. Silk gowns couldn't quite compete. Someone had made an attempt to remove its provenance spell, and considering those spells are so damn hard to remove, it really might have fallen into the hands of a powerful wizard, probably belonging to the Ahnenerde, the Nazi occult division, obsessed with amassing all the wizarding lore in Germany. The provenance spell proved stronger, which was quite amazing after so many years. It must have taken an equally more powerful wizard to imprint it. Curious. Or the spell also might have been magically strengthened between the wars, which was often done with the most important cultural artifacts. The Polish Ministry of Culture demanded investigation when the book turned up at Sotheby's, and it was supposed to be sent to 3 independent experts to look into it. Hugo was one of them. He was currently sitting in a secret vault in the Ministry of Culture and examining the book. He wanted to take it home to work on it long into the night, but he might as well leave it here, safe and sound. He personally put security spells on these vaults, so he was certain no one would breach them. At least, no ordinary wizard, that is. As soon as he started examining the book, or rather, to be more precise, to feel into the book, he understood the reason for the strong provenance spell and so many protection ones. The book contained a very special spell inside it. It was hard to say what kind, but there was something inside, Hugo felt it. But to understand its nature, it would be necessary to begin with tracing all the layers of the provenance spell back to its original author and encoder. And there was something strange with it, even after reconstructing its first layer that someone tried so hard to obliterate. Hugo had an impression it was something like a signal distortion. He couldn't get a clear signal because there were other codes emitted at the same time, and it was impossible to make out which is which. It began to resemble looking for a needle in a haystack. Maybe I really need a fashion break, he thought. He locked the book, left the keys to the vault with the ministry employee, and went home to change his clothes. As if changing clothes was easy, Hugo was standing in his closet, trying to figure out how the hell should he dress for this event. He was a man in his 40s, lightly tanned, giving off a vibe of rugged elegance, well dressed, but with an air of nonchalance. Sprezzatura, some would call it, as if dressing well was an afterthought, coming after history books and ancient artifacts. And yet he was a very well-dressed man with a distinct style, very discreet, classical, understated, but with an edge. He exuded an air of quiet confidence and a sense of mastery. And yet he wasn't sure now what was the dress code for this event. Well, I guess I can just as well be my usual self, he thought. He put on a navy blue shirt, a midnight blue blazer, and a burgundy blue scarf, and out he went. Something is off. Hugo couldn't really understand what it is, but he sensed a magical undercurrent floating in the air, as if something was rotting in the cellar, and he was the only one who could smell it. Such a shame he wasn't the one who put up the protection wards. He would immediately receive a signal if something was not quite right. But in this case, it was just a little hunch. Or those provenance spells have really fucked with my head. "Hello, wizard." "Always stunning," Hugo said. Which was true. She always looked amazing. Hugo wondered, again, if she was ever sloppy, even at home. "Such a flatterer, but thank you." "It's so good to see you." "I thought you didn't want to come." "I didn't, but I'm happy to see you. I've become sick of this book. Trust me, Nazi erasing spells are no fun." "I can imagine, but tomorrow you'll find it an exciting challenge again, so stop complaining." "Champagne?" "I hear they're serving Dom Perignon." "Oh, I can never resist a good sparkle." "Oh God, you should be my wife. You changed my mood in a second." "I'm no power couple material." "Who said I needed a power couple?" Her questioning look told him she knew him through and through. "I sometimes really wish she was my wife. But she's right," he thought. These bubbles are excellent. Somebody has really put on a lavish spread." Adelaide said she really wanted this show to be a breakthrough. She said something about attracting some very powerful collaborators with this collection. "I think it matters to her a lot." "Why the worried look again?" she said. Nothing could really hide from this woman. She was too perceptive for her own good. "Something smells fishy here. I don't know what it is." "Oh, come on. I know you wizards can be funny sometimes with your feelings and intuitions, but look around. The vibe is so positive here." The quiet before the storm. "I think we should be very vigilant. At least, if you want to help your friend." "I mean, was I ever wrong about my hunches?" She had to admit he wasn't. He knew that. "Oh my God, is that Jean-Claude?" Who the fuck is Jean-Claude? Surely she didn't mean the dandy on the other side of the room. I mean, who dresses like this? "You spend too much time with old books. He is the fashion journalist, the reviewer of reviewers. I mean, what is he doing here?" "Maybe your friend attracted the attention of French fashion houses, or French Vogue," Hugo posited. "I love Adelaide, but it would be too good to be true. I mean, yeah, sure, she's immensely talented, but still, she's not at that level quite yet, if you know what I mean. And yeah, our little Vistula Valley fashion cluster is attracting the attention of French fashion houses. I guess I only know what's going on Savile Row. Whatever. Maybe he's not really here for Adelaide. Can you read his mind?" "Are you crazy? That's totally illegal. Besides, it's a really tough spell." "Just a little bit? For Adelaide?" Zu pleaded. "No. You try. Just go and talk to him." "I see you freaking out. Pretend he's your journalistic god." "He is my journalistic god." "See? Even better. You won't have to lie. Go." Off she went. Hugo decided that while Zu was talking to that pink stripes horror of an outfit dandy, he might as well walk around and eavesdrop a bit. People usually think you need a powerful mind-reading spell to learn something about people, but in reality, you really could know a lot without actually reading any mind. All you needed to do is to just pay close attention. And besides, gossip is a socialized version of OSINT. No need for illegal spells. It's fascinating how much you can gather by combining bits and pieces of various conversations. After 5 minutes, Hugo knew a few things. This event was very important, more important than it would appear. A few figures from French fashion industry were attending, so this could be a big moment for the entire Polish fashion startup scene, and Jean-Claude being the most prominent among them. Still, pink stripes, seriously? And he also attracted the most gossip. Rumor had it he was indeed aiming for a huge career change, or that he secretly made that change, writing less and less recently with no apparent reason. When someone is the subject of gossip and nobody actually knows anything, this is highly suspicious. Hugo turned to the champagne. It was excellent, maybe even too excellent. All of this was weird. All Hugo needed was to properly focus his attention on the object. Magic was a little bit like meditation. It never worked without proper attention and intention. So now, when he was alone, he could pay his attention to everything around him. One sniff of the champagne, one moment of attention on the molecular level as he took a sip, and he recognized it. Two distinct spells, layered one on top of the other. "Oh, you won't believe it, this is so exciting!" Zu suddenly interrupted. "I think this champagne has actually been tampered with." "What?" "Ade would never do that." "I know. I think we must talk to her. We don't have time." Suddenly, the lights dimmed, eerie music started, and a voice from the speaker said, in an equally otherworldly tone, "Welcome to the enchanted fairyland of delicatesse and airiness, the queendom of the light summer breeze, of the early autumn dew. Please proceed to the next hall, where magic happens every day. Let yourself be delighted. The enchantments will start in a few minutes." Oh God, I really do hope he only said it metaphorically, but I'm afraid he didn't. "What do we do now?" Hugo said. "We go to our seats, keep our eyes open, and try to enjoy the show." Hugo sighed. There really wasn't much they could do now. For Zuzanna's sake, and for how devotedly she supported her dear friend, he really hoped he was imagining things. By the way, what was so exciting that she said? Oh, he actually hinted at dropping his journalistic position and going over to a big fashion house. I mean, he didn't say it overtly, but I sensed he was making a change. And, don't you see that? He's scouting talent. Oh God, I really hope this works well for Adelaide. Or he's trying to learn as much as he can to eliminate the competition. Fashion houses are still fragile ventures. If a big fashion house were to come here like a bulldozer, I really hate those big bullies sometimes. "You are impossible, such a cynic." They took their seats. The lights began to dim. "I'm not a cynic, I'm a realist. I would even say I'm an idealist, really rooting for those little ambitious companies dreaming to take over Dior, as long as they are not promoting athleisure, that is." "At least we agree on that," she smiled. The stage lights went on. The music started. Rose petals, clearly a magical illusion, began to fall from the ceiling. A floral scent came up. Everything had a Midsummer Night's Dream vibe. The first girl in an airy off-white dress stepped onto the catwalk. With the ruthlessness of Macbeth behind it, Hugo couldn't help but think, staring at the eerie model walking in front of him.